Welcome back to Nick J. Francis channel once again. I'm your boy Nick J. Francis. This is Shane Willoughby.
Well, go on.
And do we give Daniel Dubois any chance against Oleksandr Usyk? Because I've seen a couple people saying, man are writing him off too much, and it's exactly this type of fight where you're like, there's no way he can win it. There's no way he can win it. But they're saying that Usyk's never been in with someone that is
what?
Okay. What people are saying, to be fair, is that Daniel Dubois is a younger, he's like an AJ but younger and fresher.
You know what the funniest thing is? I find that so funny as well, because I find that Dubois is exactly Anthony Joshua but worse.
100%.
He does everything AJ does, but he just does it worse. Like, he's got worse footwork. He's robotic like AJ but worse. He relies a lot on power and combination, but worse. He's slower than AJ. The only thing he's got better than AJ, I'd probably say, is confidence and the chin. Those are the only two things I'd say
he's got a better chin than AJ. And to be fair, he's been stopped earlier in his career. So although he's fresher than AJ, he's taken that busted eye and then he's bounced back. So he's got better maybe bounce back ability than AJ. But yeah, like with him, I'm trying to make it interesting. I'm trying to make it like a storyline or a narrative, and it's the story isn't story, and like, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't see any way. I think Usyk's too slick, and I do think Usyk, because he's a smaller guy and he keeps himself in shape, people don't realize Usyk's in his mid-30s. Usyk's like 34. So I'm not saying that's going to impact him this fight, but in terms of fights going forwards, why I want to see him fight Fury and other people.
Impacted him already in terms of his mindset. You can already hear that if you don't get that Fury fight, he's not really motivated. Yeah. That's one of the things I think is in Dubois' favor. The fact that I think Dubois actually not. He's fighting someone. I'm not going to say Usyk's not motivated, because he's a very professional fighter.
Yeah.
But you could almost see that he was against the odds against AJ. And he showed in both fights against the odds that he can fight. Now he's almost favourite, where nobody's giving Dubois a chance. I think some Dubois fans might be, but you're just very hopeful if you do. Is there any way Dubois can win? It's heavyweight boxing, of course. But if you were to ask me to put money on anyone, it's going to be Usyk 10 times out of 10.
But it's basically a puncher's chance, in your opinion. Like, he's not got a real, I
think it's even worse than that, because I think Usyk's one of them fighters where this is the thing where a lot of people say, in the pros, we haven't seen Usyk down. So who's to say, even if you hurt him, you have the ability to sustain the attack to knock him out? You see what I'm saying?
But then the opposite side of that is we've never seen his chin tested. So who knows?
AJ, would you not say AJ is as powerful of a puncher as Dubois is?
Not single punch power.
Probably not.
Not single punch.
Depending on what shot though.
Maybe the straight right is equivalent.
And the uppercut.
AJ's never. He didn't uppercut Usyk.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he's never gonna land an uppercut on Usyk. But yeah, the uppercut, which he's just never gonna land on Usyk.
But you look at Dubois though. Do you not think he's just so one-dimensional? Like, there's
the Daniel Dubois for me is perfectly tailor-made for Usyk's style. Do you mean it's a long day? The issue that Usyk has with him getting older, and the reason I always bring it up, is because his style is to win on points, not necessarily to go for knockouts. He can't Usyk against these big guys.
Of course.
That's the only reason I'm concerned about his age and his longevity, because every fight he fights is going to be a 12-round fight, or is going to be a 9, 10, 11-round fight, because even if he knocks someone out, he's going to take a long time to take them down. So that's the only thing, I think it could be interesting if we see Daniel Dubois come out and try to smother him, but I think obviously Usyk is multiple levels above.
We saw Dubois struggle with Joyce's footwork at times.
Yes, yeah.
So, I can't imagine there's anything that Dubois is going to do that's going to trouble Usyk technically.
No. And he's not even... Daniel Dubois lacks spitefulness. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, he's not a Wilder, he's not a Chisora. He's not actually going to come... Derek Chisora gave Usyk problems, but not from a boxing perspective. From a fighting perspective. And Daniel Dubois is not enough of a fighter. He's not good enough at being a boxer, but he is really a fighter more than a boxer.
Other than that, like, if he comes out aggressive, which you can expect him to do, and try rough house Usyk, the bigger problem that he has is I don't know how sustainable that is for him. Yeah. Like, if he doesn't get Usyk out in the first 3 to 4 rounds, can he sustain that attack for 12?
Now, his gas tank is not awful, but it's not good.
It's not good, and it's not Joyce level.
It's the same as AJ. It's not terrible, but it's also not great, and he will start to lose that punch
but
power.
Where AJ, I think, had a better advantage is the fact that AJ can actually box better.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, he can actually box. He can move, go on the back foot, jab, head and body.
Yeah.
Whereas Dubois is nowhere near that.
Well, boy, I don't know, innit? If Dubois beats Usyk, then you're going to be on the channel next week doing some press ups or doing some type of forfeit or something.
Bro, we can do forfeits all you want. I'm double down in it. Anyone who thinks Dubois is going to win, hit me up. Bro. I guarantee Dubois is losing this fight. But he's losing by stoppage, not knockout. He'll keep his credibility, but at times it will look like...
You mean he's losing on points? Yeah, you said losing on stoppage.
Sorry, my bad. Losing on points.
Yeah.
At times, it will be like a good amateur against a world-class professional. That's how it's going to look. Because he's going to look amateurish in there at times. Just how his coordination is just nowhere near. His footwork.
He still relies on a single punch.
Exactly.
You know, and if he can box a bit, but he relies on a single punch to start bringing out the boxing. And he doesn't box a bit to set up the single punch. He kind of does it backwards. And
it's also crazy in the fact that Usyk's a southpaw as well. So that's just...
It's going to be a nightmare.
Yeah.
It's going to be a nightmare. Yeah, I'm expecting to see... You know, and the thing is with Usyk as well, if he does come in a little bit unmotivated, you crack him in his jaw, he will get motivated. He's a gears fighter. He's able to go through the gears and say, "Oh, okay, let's step it up now."
Top gear
he won't. I'll be very surprised if we see Usyk at top gear against Dubois. Do you know what I mean? He'll probably be in second, maybe third gear. I think third, fourth gear is more than enough to give Dubois absolute nightmares. Dubois had eye injuries and different things like that, and that's the type of injury that could pop back up again when you're fighting someone like Usyk, because he's going to just pop you all night and keep moving. I wouldn't be surprised to see a stoppage or see if that eye injury comes again and the orbital bone, takes any serious damage. I could see the towel going in.
Potentially, but I just see it as a point.
But yeah, it's an easy point. Points for Usyk is the safe bet. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so exactly. Easy money.
That's what it is, bro. Like you said, easy money. I mean, if there's something that we're not seeing, let me know. Are we writing off Daniel Dubois too early? Probably, you know what I'm saying? Are we being disrespectful? How old is he? I
think he's like 26.
I thought he was younger than that. I thought he was like 24. I'm going to Google it and we'll see. But yeah, man, if you lot are seeing something that we're not seeing, let me know, innit? But we're going to be tuning into that fight. We'll be talking about the result next week.
100%.
So tune in back here then.
Love.